Hello, welcome to Hollow Acres Homestead. Today we will be showing you the plants we have started growing. They've gotten really big.
You start with the Cuca Melons here.
What about these Cuca Melons?
We started these from seed and they are ready to be planted.
2 years ago we saw them.
Well, we've had them for 2 years, but I started these probably 6 weeks ago.
You've had them for like a month.
That's more than a month is 4 weeks. 6 weeks is a month and a half.
Let's show you our biggest radish we've started growing. It's gotten so big. You'll be surprised about how big it is. Look at that. It's huge.
The thing is huge. Can you put your hand next to it for comparison? My goodness. We have a lot of really large radishes and they need to be harvested.
Oh, look at these.
Look at those. Look at that one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I think these are the Halloween colored radishes. Some of them aren't quite ready, but a lot of them are.
Ooh, a white.
A white one.
It's sticking up kind of.
Those are icicle radishes.
It's kind of like a carrot.
Yeah, they're icicle radishes.
Oh, look, another icicle.
Let's see it.
And another one,
my
another.
goodness.
More. Mom, how many icicle radishes did he plant?
I just threw seeds
Look
in.
at that thick.
I know it. They're kind of close together, but they're still growing. What else do you want to show?
Let's show them the mint.
Okay.
Oh, but first let's show them these carrots.
Look at those carrots.
What's the thickest?
This one seems to be the thickest. It's down there quite a bit. Don't mess with it though. See it? I still want them to get a little bigger. Gotta let them get bigger.
Actually, this one is the biggest.
You think? Don't pull it up.
Oh,
That's a good sized
that's
carrot.
the biggest one.
Yeah, that's a good sized carrot. Okay. Little longer. I want some big carrots.
These, they didn't grow. They just went to seed.
That's
no
right.
buds.
So we're gonna save the seeds. It's always good to have radish seeds.
Yep.
Come on, you want to show the peppermint?
Oh yeah. You can see it all tomatoes doing well.
Mm-hmm. Careful where you walk, sweetie.
Right here is a peppermint.
There's the peppermint.
It smells so sweet. When they're small, it smells so sweet. Smell them.
Mmm.
Yep. They even taste delicious.
The battery's dying. Let's go plug it in and we'll come back because I've got things to do out here.
Oh wait. Show them one more thing if you can.
Okay.
Our strawberries.
Yeah.
Our strawberries are growing.
They are growing.
That's a tiny sprout.
That's right. The rest of the stuff needs to be watered, but it's going to rain.
Well,
I hope. Looks like it.
that.
What else?
You see that giant mess over there?
Yep.
A raccoon.
An animal got in here last night, dug up some beans, dug up some more beans.
Cut all of that.
Pulled up all the okra. All but 2, I see.
Wait, all of it?
Yeah, that was all okra.
What?
It was about 20 plants.
20
Yep.
plants?
I finally went and got straw. I should have done it quite a while ago, but I have it now. So I'm just very quickly going to use the straw as mulch to cover the beds. I will be very gently picking the plants up, putting mulch under, covering around the roots, and snipping off leaves as I see fit. Anything that's starting to yellow or kind of is just in the way of where the mulch is going to be. Prune them up a bit, and this shouldn't take long. So I mulched that entire half of the pumpkin patch, not even realizing that the camera was not pointed on me. So I've got 20 minutes of unusable footage. Here's what I've done so far. I have mulched 5 rows. I have amended 2 of which with compost. I have a compost manure mix. It was like a $3 or $4 bag that I got at Lowe's. That's what I'm using for as the amendment. I have mentioned before that I'm noticing that there's not as much nutrients in some of these beds. So I'm addressing that, then I'm mulching it. The rain will water it all in. It's going to rain all night tonight, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these last 2 rows. I am going to add the amendment. This is what I'm using. You can't see it very well, but it's heavy and I hurt my back, so I'm putting it down. So I am taking this by the handful and dressing around the plants and covering with about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of soil on top. That is all the light that I have for today. It looks much brighter in the camera, but it's almost completely dark. So I'm gonna go inside. I will be outside to finish this tomorrow, and I'll bring you along with me. So it's the next day. This is where we left off yesterday. I went ahead, it was pretty much dark when I did this, but I finished mulching everything. It just looks like a patch of straw right now. I don't think that I really like it in the walkways. I really want the mulch in the walkways. So what I'm going to end up doing is just moving all this stuff to the side and then mulching these flower beds here. But first I need to come through with a pair of scissors, unfortunately, and clip off all the grass and not get anything that I'm actually trying to grow. Then I'll mulch it and I shouldn't have any more problems with weeds. That's the goal. So far so good. I did amend these last 1, 2, 3, 4 beds, not the corn, but these 4 beds. It is difficult to tell through all the straw, but you can kind of see the hills there of where the beds are. I did amend 4 of the beds, all but the corn, adding a bagged mixture of compost and manure. So I'm hoping that will be enough nutrients to get these melons up and going. And I'll probably end up coming through and putting some more melons in between. I have not started any more melon seeds, not that I know of. I have Tigger melon, but they don't seem to be growing, so I do need to go ahead and start some new seeds of that. And this is as far as I got with the mulch. I kind of started stuffing it in between the potatoes here. So I am going to very quickly finish that, and then we are going to go to the back part of the garden, to the in-ground section, and mulch that area. So I'm just taking handfuls of this mulch. It is dry. I'm going to lift up the potato plants and just shove it in there. I'm layering 4 to 6 inches roughly of the mulch. It is going to keep the weeds from coming through and also help hold the potatoes upright. I did start digging a little bit around a couple of the potatoes and they're still really small. I probably should amend this bed, but nah. Now that might not be the prettiest thing in the world to look at, but that mulch is going to help retain the moisture in the soil so that I won't have to water it every day. The yellowing of the leaves tells me that they need to be fertilized. I should have amended this bed, but I did not. So I will come through the water-soluble fertilizer, and that should be good. Now I'm going to take a hay bale to the bottom of the garden, and we're going to get to mulching that area. We are in the in-ground garden section. I'm going to start mulching over here by the flowers, and then by the time I get over here, some kind of nocturnal rodent is getting in to the garden still, so I need to add more soil over here. And I have 2 bags left of the compost mix, so I'm hoping that'll be enough to fill in these spots. See, you can see where they've been digging. I can tell that it's some sort of nocturnal animal like a raccoon or a possum because they're digging in the soil and not eating the plants. They're not interested in the plants. They want the worms and the grubs in the soil. Now this might not be the most stylish thing, but the point of straw is to retain moisture. It's to hold moisture in the beds where I'm not getting enough moisture. These beds are well draining, very well draining. So this will work. Now I'm going to do that side. Oh boy. So I just mulched this entire area, not even realizing that the camera had turned off. So I didn't get anything, no footage. Sure looks like a heck of a lot of straw right now. I filled in all of the spots over here where the animals had dug. I did not amend it because I only have 2 bags left, and I have other areas in the garden that need, like absolutely need that compost. So I'm going to use it there. This is pretty much blank for right now. Anyway, I have a lot of seedlings that I do need to pot up, but also I need to start moving things into the garden spaces. So we lost everything back there. There are probably, I think, 3 okra plants left, and they left alone the garlic. So there's still garlic growing here. A couple of okra plants. I need to start more okra from seed, but these beans are doing well. They are starting to put on blooms. I am not noticing any beans yet, though, and I did get up in here with the mulch. So today's Saturday. I was supposed to do a garden tour today, but I hurt my back on Wednesday, and I have been resting since. So I spent today, I feel better. My back still is sore, but I feel better. So I spent today in the garden doing things. I did move the seating spot. My husband and oldest son helped me with that, so we'll take a little walk over here real quick. Probably am going to end up moving the lights to behind where the bench is. I did not clean up over here. It's still messy. Here I was moving soil. There was a bed right in front of where the bench is now. I was moving soil, and I'm going to mix this soil with these 2 compost piles that I kind of halfway did. So I clipped back a lot of these weeds back here. Tomorrow, or the next day, I need to do it soon. I'm going to be moving the piles. I'll do one pile, then I'll do this soil, then I'll do another pile, and I'm going to be adding in like coffee grounds and some more browns and greens, nitrogen, things like that. Here I am on my bench. Here is the view from my bench. I can see almost the entire garden. It is pretty nice. I still need to plant flowers there in those two beds. And I think that this pallet is going to become a tabletop. I'm probably going to use the stump that I had over on the other where the sitting spot was. I'll probably use that for the tabletop or the table base. That was my plan all along anyway. Before I go, let's talk really quickly about the importance of mulching your garden. Now you can use straw like I did, or you can use wood chips. You can use the black top stuff to cover over completely so that nothing grows through it. It's black woven fabric is what it's called. I do have a roll of that, but I don't like how it looks in the garden, so we put it in the pool area, to surround it and cover up everything so nothing grows. And it's working pretty well. Mulching the soil not only helps to maintain water moisture, it keeps the soil from eroding. It keeps the soil from eroding because the soil is not exposed to sun and wind and the elements to erode it away. Because that soil is not exposed to the rain and the wind and the elements. So it's not going to erode with it being mulched. Straw does not typically grow grass, although sometimes it can if there's some, seeds that get in there. Hay will grow wheatgrass, and that is really good if you're trying to grow grass in your yard. You put out a bunch of hay, not straw. Likewise, you don't want to put a whole bunch of hay in your garden and it grow only grass, and then it takes all the nutrients and nitrogen from the soil and feeds the grass and kills your plants. I made that mistake last year. I used hay instead of straw. So I used straw this year. Before purchasing your straw, it is good to just ask wherever you're buying it from if they have sprayed, or know if the straw has been sprayed with any kind of pesticides or chemical fertilizers or any chemicals or anything that they might know of. I went to my local Tractor Supply and I bought 5 bales of hay at $8 a piece. It's crazy how expensive it got. I have signed up for chip drop 6 or 7 times. I have not gotten any chip drop, so I need to figure out some kind of something. I would really like to have wood chips. So if you know of anything that's like chip drop that I could sign up for, leave me the link below. I would love to check it out. Oh, I hope my brow wasn't showing that whole time. It's one way to get views. That is all I have. The sun is going down, but thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you next time here on Hollow Acres Homestead.